Nice shirt.
Hello.
Yeah.
Representing.
Yeah. Yes.
I like it. Actually,
How's
I know what else we can talk about. Nah, actually,
okay?
no. I won't even announce that yet.
Okay.
No, no.
But the game plan for today is a little bit about camp, a little bit about the fast Russian guy who doesn't take a lot of strokes, right?
Right. Yep.
Right. And
And
then
breathes in a 50.
and Breves. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. That. Okay. So, but that was the one that we wanted to talk about. That what
That.
they figured out. That yeah. Okay. You go. Okay. And then I have at the end. I'm gonna have something for parents where I don't know what you're waiting for, and I want you to join. Okay. You go.
Cool. Okay. So, camp first, maybe. We are launching our second junior camp, just because this is working out very well for summer. We found junior coaches for the winter camp. So New Year's, we will have the regular performance accelerator, where you have to be at a 105, 106, 103. And we'll have the junior camp next to that. So yeah, that's one announcement. Happy that we can actually do that and, provide these basic lessons to the juniors. Again, love being able to make sure that when they reach age 13, 14, that they're starting to be in their the age group competitions, that they're not lacking behind on streamline and the basics. So that's that.
Yep. And
Um,
do you see I updated the page? So there's the 10 days, so it's there, right? They
right.
go through the same thing. You just get in touch with us. You're gonna have a call with Yule. And for the summer, we can already say, right? We know the special guest is Milorad Čavić is there, and
Yep.
then the confidence building mental sessions are together with the elite. It's optional for the juniors, but hell, they're gonna attend, right? It would be stupid
Yeah,
not to. So you're gonna
for
learn from
sure.
a world record holder. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
That's that. And so the second, we can go straight into the second thing, which is, so there's right now in the swim world, lots of things are happening. Cam McAvoy swam a 50 fly. He swam a 22.9, 22.8 ish, super fast, right? So he joined the 22-second club in the 50 fly. So after his free, he's attacking fly, which is great. And there's this Russian guy who swam a 21.08 or zero six in the 50 free. And now, automatically every swimmer sees this on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And the first thing they do is they come up to us and they're like, yeah, but why do I not have why am not I not allowed to breathe in a 50 free, and this guy's taking 3 breaths, and obviously it's working out for him. And that's the exact word, right? It's working out for him. And I am working on a detailed explanation as to what this guy's coach actually said, about why he's taking those breaths and why he's swimming the way he is. It's a very individual, technical, threat or help for this guy, right? So yeah, I just had a swimmer in the water today and 2 days ago, and they were like, yeah, you always tell us don't breathe in a 25 when we're going all
Don't
out.
breathe.
We're doing
Don't
50
breathe.
freestyles, no breathing, blah blah blah. Yeah, because I want you, the first we need the basics to be correct, and then we can go into our individual technical tweaks and everything.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this guy, right, this Russian dude, his technique, by the way, is pretty damn good. I mean, and so before that, they went into any kind of individual, hey, this tweaks that are like, hey, this will make you faster, that will make you faster. They made sure that his technique, his rotation is insane. The line he's swimming, insane, right? And so the breathing, by the way, has something to do with his line. I will say that
Right?
much. Yeah.
They did figure out there is a specific reason. It's not like, ooh, I need a breath. No, you don't.
No.
There's a specific reason where not breathing made him slower than breathing.
Yep. Could even be that he's not taking a breath, but he's turning his head. Could even be like,
Yeah.
right? So there
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
interesting. Yeah.
I'll have that post on Skool. You know, if you're interested in learning more about that, and obviously, you know, maybe you put in the Skool link so
Yes.
people can see. Yeah, join our
course.
Skool group. We talk about all of
Join
these kinds
Skool.
of things on there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think mentally, right, from the mental perspective, it's the same. It's a similar approach. It's we human beings are much more the same than we're different. And so it's a good place to start with what works for most, which is not breathing in a 50 or a 25. And then there's some special cases, and that can be looked into. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a good learning, right? We start with what works for most people, and then if that doesn't work, we adjust.
And there's one thing to be said about doesn't work. Like, no breathing in a 53, straight arming it, your hand, you're starting a pull when you're finishing another, so you're constantly moving. Your kick is great, your underwaters are good, your start is good. Almost impossible that your time is gonna be shit.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
the thing is, yes, we are talking about, you know, top 10 in the world, which anyways, you know, is just that it's obviously it's achievable, but damn, right? And if swimmers, you know, that we are coaching, which we are not coaching top 10 swimmers at this moment yet. Like, they have the potential to get there for sure, but they're not there at this moment. So why would a swimmer of, you know, age group national Switzerland compare him or herself with a guy who's swimming the 5th fastest time ever in the 53, right? So yeah, it's kind of the wrong person to compare yourself to, right? Obviously I like it. It's not that you know, I love it that, you know, okay, yeah, this is what the greats are doing. Always a cool thing to do, but it shouldn't be the benchmark for you.
Yep.
And especially in swimming, it's like, hey, you kind of need to figure out yourself, you know, like underwaters. Phelps, his upper body didn't move. Lahti, his upper body was making huge movements. Both of them very fast.
Yep.
Caeleb Dressel, somewhere in between, but fairly big motion with his knees. Fastest man to 15 meters ever, right? So yes, there is some individuality in there, but the basics are the same, right? You need to move. All these guys are moving over. They do 2 kicks in a second, right? Doesn't matter if they're bigger or smaller. Their body is moving more or less. The basics are still there. Their ankles are flexible, right? Their ankles are flexible. They have their core strength is there. Their streamline is perfect.
Yeah. Even though they look jacked and stuff, right? But they're still like, oh, dude, I can't do, like, I'm jacked and I can't do it. But yeah, exactly, right?
A perfect streamline, right? So, and these are just non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And I'm very sure that all of these guys, and even Walsh, Gretchen Walsh, who has some of the best underwaters we've ever seen, right? Before they start looking at their individuality, hey, you know, now we need to start tweaking to find a 10th here or 2 tenths there. They're for sure gonna make they're gonna make sure that everything else is great, and everything else is what works for the 90% or whatever, the 80%, right? So
yep. I agree. It's the same for us in business, right, dude? I mean, like, the first thing, one of the things that every business needs is a great offer that people actually want to buy. And then how you know, that like a little, if it's through WhatsApp or like email or this and that, right? That's like, but you need to have something that people actually, it's like the first.
sure.
Exactly. I agree.
For sure.
Cool. Look, and anyways, it's going to be short news today, but I wanted to just share this real quick because, so I did a parent mastermind on Tuesday, it was, and we went through a similar thing that we went through with the swimmers on Sunday. By the way, something amazing. Dude, I'm doing this stuff to how change actually works. So okay, let me back up. I'm freaking passionate about this. So, because you haven't seen it, but there's change, internal change coming from the inside, right? And there's external change. Now, let me ask you the question. Which one is more important?
Oof. For me, so I'm just gonna say personally for me.
Yeah.
For me, my situation right now, I would say probably the first one is gonna be more important.
Internal.
Internal, yeah.
Okay. So I asked the swimmers and they all said internal because we taught them that right earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Except one guy, Edward, he said external. And here's the thing, it's a trick question because they're both important. Because let's say you have a coach who does not give a shit about you. He has his 3 favorites, you're not one of them, and he doesn't talk to you, you're intimidated by the coach, and you never get feedback. And then the leadership of the club decides, okay, we're going to switch coaches, and there's a coach there who absolutely loves you and everybody else and is watching you all the time, giving you feedback and encouraging you. You didn't do anything, but your life changed.
True.
Right. So we should be looking for these external changes and put ourselves, or the parents should put the kids in an environment that facilitates the kind of change that is in alignment with the goals that they have. You're with me?
Yeah. No, I mean, but first time you asked, or 2 minutes ago when you asked the question, I would have said, both are equally important, equally as important, right? But I thought she wanted me to go into doing one decision. So for me right now, I would have said internal, but I would say something. If you're, growing up, 16, 17, 18, whatever, 14, I probably would have said external.
Mm-hmm.
Because without external, at that age, you don't know how to change from, internal.
Yeah.
And even we are preaching this to our swimmers in our program. But without us, they wouldn't even know how to do the internal thing. So
that's right. And a lot of adults don't really know. And that's okay. But the parents should be looking for external changes that are going to have a positive effect on the kid because they have a bigger awareness, right?
Yep.
The cool thing about internal change is that it's 100% in your control, right? It has nothing to do with the environment. And so I walked the kids through that in a Sunday training because they wanted some new stuff. And we're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And I walked the parents through it. And, it was training. And we went for about an hour. But I want to show everybody else because, again, I cannot really put together that if you're a swim parent and you love your kid and you want them to do well and build their character and enjoy competitive swimming and be in the sport for a long time, why the heck you're not on Skool? Because you get this stuff for $9. Okay? But here, so these are some participants. The fantastic training you gave us last night. I'll watch it again. Recommendation to all parents. It is useful for kids, but also for adults. Okay? Next one. It was indeed fantastic training, practically next level. I've got a lot to reflect on. Cool. I totally agree with Nina and Sorika. It was a very helpful lesson and also learned a lot for my own life, the way I am and the way I want to be. As always, great training. Something new. Thank you. Okay. So what are you waiting for? Come on, Skool. We got some really powerful stuff. Right?
Yeah, and I think we've said this from the get-go. Even last year when we started, we were like, okay, the difficulty is getting the people on there, on our platform. Once they are on, everybody thinks it's the best thing ever. Nobody, first of all, nobody leaves. I mean, very rarely when someone has left, but I mean, churn rate's absolutely zero. And then parent and swimmer, but I would probably say mostly the parents are like, oh my Lord, I'm learning so much on here, right?
The swimmers are just happy about people. Yeah, they're just happy about PBs, But
Yeah.
there's so many nice comments where, where people say, and maybe they just joined us and they haven't had a big competition yet, but they're just saying how a kid goes from showing depression tendencies towards being like radiant and alive and joyful and stuff. And I mean, that's worth more than freaking even. I mean, you could do a national record. I would care less about the national record than I actually care about the kid being happy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But that's what this does, right? So get on board.
Yep.
You're not going to regret it. Cool.
Good.
Okay, so then we'll meet next week, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Have fun. Thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah.
See you next